In 1999, a man logged onto eBay and tried to sell something you won't believe, his own liver. Yes, his actual organ. And for a moment, he almost got away with it. In today's episode, we dive into the strange true story of a man who put his own body on the auction block. You'll learn how he used a legal gray area to spark global headlines, how the authorities responded, and why this case changed internet law forever. Was it a protest? A scam? Or something far more disturbing? It was the dawn of a new digital age, 1999. The internet was wild, unregulated, and full of possibility. eBay was exploding in popularity, with people buying and selling everything from vintage toys to rare antiques. But one listing sent shockwaves across the platform. Item: 1 human liver. Starting bid: £5,000. Condition: used. Still functioning. The seller? A 32-year-old man from Nottingham who had never been arrested, had no medical training, and no plan for surgery. Just a keyboard, a motive, and a bizarre idea. His name was Daniel Lambert, name changed for anonymity. At first glance, Daniel was just another working-class Brit trying to make ends meet. A warehouse supervisor by day, he was quiet, intelligent, and cynical about modern life. But beneath the surface, Daniel was unraveling. Debt was piling up. He'd lost his flat. His wife had left. The world, he said, had put a price tag on everything. So why not my liver? In a moment of desperation, or perhaps performance, he logged onto eBay and wrote, "Selling part of myself. I won't need it where I'm going." Within hours, the listing caught fire. Some thought it was a joke. Others began bidding, seriously. One offer reached £20,000. International media jumped on the story. The BBC, The Guardian, even outlets in America. British man auctions own liver online, the headlines scream. But with all the attention came trouble. eBay quickly pulled the listing, citing violations of their policy. UK health officials got involved. The Human Tissue Act hadn't accounted for this kind of sale because no one had ever done it before. The Home Office began asking questions. Could this even be legal? Could he actually follow through? Technically, no law prohibited a person from offering to sell their organ. The law only criminalized the removal and transplant if done without proper licensing. But Daniel hadn't removed anything. He hadn't even seen a doctor. He'd simply posted an idea. The case became a circus. Medical ethicists debated whether the body could ever be considered property. Philosophers weighed in on autonomy and desperation. Online trolls cheered him on. Some thought it was performance art. Others feared it was a suicide note in disguise. Even eBay didn't know what to do. There were no rules for this. And Daniel? He doubled down. He told reporters, "If a footballer can sell his shirt for £50,000, why can't I sell my liver? It's my body, my choice." But authorities disagreed. The Department of Health threatened charges. Parliament issued statements. And a quiet rule change happened behind the scenes. On a rainy Monday morning, Daniel Lambert was visited by police. He wasn't arrested, but he was warned. Harshly. Any attempt to follow through would be treated as a criminal offense. No hospital would ever perform the operation. No buyer would ever receive the organ. The listing had sparked something dangerous, and officials knew they had to shut it down before someone else tried it for real. The auction was over, but the message had landed. In the weeks that followed, eBay updated its terms to explicitly ban the sale of any human body parts, no exceptions. UK lawmakers began discussions that would later shape more detailed organ trafficking legislation. Daniel Lambert vanished from the public eye. Some say he was hospitalized shortly after. Others believe it was all a stunt. An act of protest against a world that treats people like commodities. But one thing is certain. He was the first person in UK history to legally try to sell his own liver online. And nearly 25 years later, the internet still hasn't forgotten. Was Daniel Lambert a bad man, a victim, or a visionary ahead of his time? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more chilling true crime cases you've never heard before.